I have we do a lot of HOA or homeowner association condominium work where we're from, okay? And the management company sends out a standard contract. Standard contract says we got to plow, we got to shovel, we got to salt, you know what I mean? We got to do all the driveways, we got to do all the sidewalks. This is what all the contractual language is in the contract. True story. All we're supposed to be plowing is a street and 2 cul-de-sacs and 2 common parking areas of about 3 cars apiece. No driveways, no sidewalks, no ice melter application, no nothing. Because it's a private street, and this particular homeowner association wants to shovel all their own sidewalks and driveways. But they need to have somebody plow the street because the city doesn't do it, right? Okay? Well, I get this contract, it comes to me, and it says we're supposed to be shoveling all the sidewalks, applying ice melter, you know what I mean? Clearing all the driveways, applying ice melter on all that. I had a heyday with that contract, by the way. All I did was cross out and cross out and cross out, change language and this, that, and everything else. I sent it back to the property manager. I've never seen somebody so upset in their life. Because I tore their contract to shreds, literally, with the language that was in that contract. And they wound up sending me back an entirely new contract with all the language that I wrote into it. Because they were trying to catch me. If I hadn't read that contract and read all the details in that contract, and if I had signed off on that, I would have been responsible for doing all that work, right? I would have assumed that risk. So very simply, such partnerships allow us as contractors to service property properly, but not overcharge for items that might be performed, right? So if there's a disconnect between corporate expectations or the management's expectations and our services, doesn't that cause us a problem as contractors? Is it the result, or can this be a result, of misinterpreted language within our contracts? Whether it's our contract or their contract. So here's my question to you. If your contract specifically says plowing at a trigger depth of 2 inches, okay, and a manager calls you up at 1 inch and asks you to plow it, what happens? They have to pay? What else happens? You better not just go do it? Why not? Okay, so if you provide that service at a 1 inch trigger, you own that service for the rest of the year. Why? It's usual and customary because they're used to getting it at 2 inches. Is that what I'm hearing? Or they're used to getting it at 1 inch? Okay? If they call you every time, you'll go every time. I see a hand up over there. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. You establish precedent. Exactly. You have now changed the scope of work for the contract. Okay? If you do it once, you own it for life.